You ever walk into a room and feel like you stick out like a sore thumb? Well, that's how neurodivergent people tend to feel in the office every day.
Next level coaching.
Hey, I'm Jim Kelly with Next Level Coaching, and I'm here to bring your career to the next level. While you're here, gently hit that like button, gently hit the subscribe button. It helps grow this channel so more people get more good information. So, please pass it along to friends and family and get that good information out to good people. All right. So, today we're going to be talking about neurodivergent people in the workplace. We're going to talk about a couple of challenges they face. Not all of the challenges, because it would be a very, very long video if I did that. We're talking about 3 challenges they face. We're going to talk about ways you can help as manager, in that situation. But we're also going to talk about the benefits these challenges bring to the company, because diversity tends to bring positive things to firms because you're getting different perspectives and you reach more optimal solutions. But without any further ado, let's get into it. Next thing we're going to talk about is rigid work structures versus flexible work structures with neurodivergent employees. So the more rigid a work structure is, you need to do X at X time. Depending on the type of neurodiverse person you have, that could be absolutely fantastic, or it could be a train wreck. So, different, just like every neurotypical person, every neurodiverse person is different. We can't lump everyone together into one thing and say this is exactly what it is. It's not. Love for the solutions to be that easy, but it is not. But having some flexibility with, when tasks get done throughout the day, neurodiverse people tend to be very productive when they're at work because finishing up tasks gives them dopamine, which a lot of neurodiverse people are starved for dopamine. We love that stuff. So we want to gobble it up as much as possible. So we want to get as many tasks done as possible. But we're going to outline our day in a way that makes sense to us to get as much dopamine in us as possible. So that might mess up a rigid work structure if you want things done this, in this order. If, the one task is going to take a super long time, we want to make sure we're putting that in the portion of the day where we're already have a good amount of dopamine in us, so we're not starved for it. And if that was our first task, it's going to be a rough day for us. So having some flexibility is going to be a major benefit towards your productivity as a firm in this case. So, again, that's all about having conversations. If you have conversations to understand how your employees work and what makes them work the best, you're going to win this every time. If you are, this is how I would do it, this is the only way to do it this way, your neurodivergent employees are probably going to struggle on you. And they will end up looking for another manager or another firm. And you can lose a lot of really good top talent that way. So it might be something you want to avoid. So one thing a lot of neurodivergent people absolutely loathe in the workplace is open workspaces, because they have something called sensory overload. So when you're not in a cubicle, you're in an open office, you're getting noise from everywhere, which it makes it very difficult for people to focus at that point. You also get the bright fluorescent lights that you get in offices, and you can get some less than productive things from that. So, there are ways we can help our neurodivergent employees with this. There are quiet rooms we can put them in. It also could be, that they're overloaded to the point where, you might want to give them in-office exceptions. This isn't because they're not made to be part of the team. It's because it's truly detrimental to their mental health to be in there. They're going to get migraines. They're going to do a lot less work. And ultimately, that's what you're hiring them for, is to do work. So let's try to make it as optimal for them as possible. But, the sensory overload on this particular one, there's not much benefit to anyone. There's only down here. So I'd love to give you an upside to sensory overload, but there's not. It's just their brain is taking in too much information, and it is truly causing them grief. So it's something that can be dealt with in a very, very easy way, because most firms have the ability to work remotely now. Most firms do have spare rooms that they can put somebody in to do the work when they are in the office. Next thing we're going to talk about is communication challenges. This is a very fun topic here, because neurodivergent people and neurotypical people might be speaking the same language, but they are speaking it with different accents, if you will. There is a lot of implied things that come in neurotypical speech. There are, unsaid things that are picked up with body language that neurodiverse people do not pick up on generally as well. Neurodiverse people pick up a lot of extra things. They pick up emotions, things to that effect very, very well. But unsaid information tends to be something that they miss. And it's why they miss out on a bunch of social norms. So it is a interesting thing to have to navigate, especially as a manager. So from a manager's point of view, what you can do is make sure that if you're giving instructions to someone who is neurodiverse, you are laying out exactly what you want from them. Be direct. Neurodiverse people tend to love when people are direct with them, because it makes sense. So be direct, explain exactly what you want, and they will gladly give it to you. The benefit here on having a neurodiverse employee, though, is because they're going to follow things down a logical path from what they're hearing. They're going to give you unexpected questions on something that can often lead to better solutions. So there is a huge benefit to this communication issue. But if you need something done a particular way, explain it out, and it will get done better. Now, we just covered 3 issues that neurodiverse people tend to have in offices and work structures. So, I'm going to say here right now, I have just completely simplified everything I just put out there. I'm putting 1 cent out of a whole dollar worth of information into this video here, because otherwise I would be spouting off for an hour on each one of these topics. And, well, my views would drop terribly, and I would not like that. But, I'm trying to put out as much good information as quickly as possible for people. I will be covering many more issues in the workplace for neurodiverse people in the future. Falling into that category, I'm very passionate on the subject. If you are neurodiverse and you're running into issues in the workplace, please feel free to sound off on them in the comments. I will gladly address them in a future video as best I can. If you are a manager who has neurodivergent employees that don't know how to deal with them, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to have a conversation to try to alleviate some stress on everyone's part. All right. But just like every other type of diversity, there is huge benefits to the diversity in the workplace. You get such great ideas from different points of view, and it really that's what business is about: is getting the best ideas together and getting the best ideas out there to make the best products. So that's what you want to be doing. Make sure you're doing it. All right. But again, if you stuck around this long, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with a friend, help this channel grow. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. You're doing a great job. Have a great day.